In a world built on chaos, one man brought order by buying it. This is the story of J.P. Morgan, the man who didn't just influence American finance, he was American finance. Born in 1837, John Pierpont Morgan was raised not just in privilege, but in discipline. His father, a powerful international banker, molded him to navigate both American ambition and European tradition. By the 1870s, Morgan wasn't just trading stocks, he was building empires. Railroads, banks, telegraphs, everything ran through his fingertips. Morgan didn't build his empire with bricks or machines. His greatest asset was something far more powerful: influence. Through his vast web of financial connections, Morgan gained control over entire markets. He didn't just invest in industries, he reshaped them. From railroads to steel, he reorganized crumbling businesses and financed the mergers that defined America's industrial age. By buying Carnegie Steel and merging it with smaller firms, J.P. Morgan created the first billion-dollar corporation, U.S. Steel.
When the U.S. financial system was on the brink in 1907, it wasn't the government who saved it. It was Morgan. From his library, he summoned America's top bankers and forced them to cooperate. J.P. Morgan didn't issue press statements. He didn't ask for permission. What he did was far more powerful. He commanded obedience. Inside his private library on East 36th Street in Manhattan, Morgan took full control of the crisis. One by one, he called the presidents of the largest trust companies, investment firms, and banks, and demanded they show up in person. He didn't negotiate. He gave orders. With the stock market in freefall and the Knickerbocker Trust, one of the most prominent institutions in the country, on the verge of collapse, confidence had evaporated. But Morgan had one thing left: influence. Not just financial power, but psychological dominance over Wall Street itself. Some resisted, some hesitated, but none dared defy him. Morgan guaranteed the liquidity of key institutions, using a mix of his own capital and leveraged promises from other financiers. He pressured reluctant banks to contribute, threatened to blacklist those who refused, and stabilized failing firms with the sheer weight of his reputation.
In 48 hours, J.P. Morgan managed to do what the entire government could not. Next week, when the market opened, something remarkable happened. The nation stabilized overnight, and just like that, Morgan became more than a financier. He became a symbol of private power, rescuing public institutions. With no official title, no mandate from voters, and no backing from Washington, he had orchestrated a national bailout with sheer will, influence, and reputation. But the panic of 1907 wasn't just a financial crisis. It was a turning point. It revealed how dangerously dependent America had become on one man. And it left the nation asking, what happens next time if Morgan isn't there? Within a few short years, that question would reshape the country. In 1913, Congress created the Federal Reserve, a centralized banking system that would take over the role Morgan had filled alone. But by then, Morgan's legacy was sealed. He wasn't just a titan of industry, he was the last private citizen to hold the fate of the American economy in his hands.
Love him or fear him, his legacy still shapes the financial world today. Thanks for watching Traveo. Subscribe for more.